Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first Partner Excellence Academy session on the topic Mobile Masterclass Volume 1. We're very happy to have you here with us. My name is Tina.
My name is Haris.
And we are both supporting our advertisers from the Adriatic region. And given the fact that we are supporting 3 different languages, we have decided to hold this presentation in English to make it easier for everybody. This quarter, we are focusing on mobile, and we're also inviting you to join us on the second session of Hangouts on Air on 3rd of June, this Friday at 4 p.m. as well, your local time. And we're also inviting you all to take mobile exam this quarter and to get as many as possible of your employees certified. So let's get started with today's agenda. Today, we'll cover the main principles of micro moments, cross-device conversions and its implementation and best practices, and mobile meeting. So what are the micro moments? Micro moments occur when people reflectively turn to a device, increasingly a smartphone, to act on a need to learn something, do something, discover something, watch something, or simply buy something. They're intent-rich moments when decisions are made and preferences are shaped. In these moments, consumers' expectations are higher than ever. The powerful computers we carry in our pockets have trained us to expect brands to immediately deliver exactly what we're looking for when we're looking for it. We want things right, and we want things right away. So what qualifies these micro moments is that they're all loaded with immediacy, intent, and context. It's important to think about the audience, being there, reaching them, in the right moment. But it's not just about reach. There is no reach without relevance. There is more media than ever before, and just reaching them doesn't mean they'll pay attention. They will want to tune you in and to achieve that their content is relevant to you. That's where context and intent come in. By understanding context and intent, you can craft more relevant message. Hence, our mobile strategies: be there, be relevant, and be quick. So Haris, how many times a day do you think that we actually check our mobile phones?
I don't know. I would say like around 100 times, maybe.
Well, you almost got it right. It's actually 150 times a day.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and
it was close. I guess,
it was close, right? And how many minutes do you think we spend like on a daily basis on our mobile devices?
Seeing that we're looking at it 100 times, maybe around 100 minutes, maybe 2 hours almost.
You almost get it there.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 177 minutes, so which makes it almost 3 hours today, right?
That was close for both.
Yeah, these are really some high numbers. So what are actually consumers doing on their smartphones? That's the question that we're all asking each other. Behind these mobile bursts are countless interactions, like texting a spouse with a carpool update or dropping a quick work email while waiting in the ATM line. These types of moments have personal value, but they're not necessarily moments when you're looking to engage with brands. And if a brand tries to butt in with a distracting or irrelevant message, we just swipe. But in other moments, we are open to influence of brands. These are the moments when we want help informing our choices or making decisions. They're the moments when you turn to a device, often your smartphone, of course, to take action on whatever you need or want right now. They're the I want to know, I want to go, I want to buy, and I want to do moments that are loaded with intent, context, and immediacy. Consider that 82% of smartphone users say that they consult their phones on purchase they're about to make in a store, and 91% turn to their mobile phones for ideas in the middle of task. These micro moments are critical touch points within today's consumer's journey, and when added together, they ultimately determine how that journey ends. So what we need to do is to start connecting the dots. We realize it's not easy to do this, but we are here to help you. We have been thinking about this long and hard and have developed a new way to think about this winning today's empowered mobile consumer. First, you need to identify your micro moments, which is about more than identifying your audience. It's about putting yourself in their shoes and truly understanding their intent and mindset in the moment. Once you've done this, it's your job to deliver the right content, user experience, and relevant marketing messages in the right moment. Finally, you need to take steps to measure every moment that matters. In this world where the consumer journey is fractured and moving across devices and channels, that means being comfortable with imperfect measurements and constantly testing and iterating to close the gap.
So, how do you fragment that consumer journey in this hugely complex environment? You have to begin to try to understand it a bit more. So here we have 3 major numbers to remember as a takeaway from the session. First of all, we have 90% of people that say that they use multiple screens for everyday activities, such as booking a hotel or shopping for electronics. 87% of consumers do research before entering a store. And of course, finally, we have 82% of smartphone users which turn to their devices to help them make a product decision when in stores. So we have a performance versus perceived performance kind of thing. So here you can see that mobile conversions are just a small part of the bigger picture. So mobile contribution to your overall performance includes calls, downloads, store visits, and cross-device conversions. These conversions are all those conversions that are generated from mobile and end on desktop or tablet, let's say. Understanding and giving the proper weight to these interactions can give you a new perspective, let's say, in how consumers approach a specific brand and sensibly change your strategies according to this.
Yeah, good point, Harris. So approximately 62% of marketers measure marketing efficiency and effectiveness based on each specific channel or campaign. But to make your marketing effective in today's mobile world, you have to nix the silos and give united incentives. This will make measuring the whole consumer journey much easier. So let's continue with cross-device conversions and conversion tracking for a multiple screen world. Alrighty. So there are 3 ways of cross-device tracking in the industry. First, and the most accurate one, is user login, where we keep track of devices and browsers as user logs into a web service. Second one is statistical attribution, that uses probabilistic analysis of non-personally identifiable information data to determine if multiple device belongs to the same user and there is no trace left on user device. Step away from fingerprinting, but perceived as more privacy-friendly by ad industry, since it adds abstraction layers over matching the non-personally identifiable information data. Accuracy is here often quite problematic. And lastly, the third one is fingerprinting or device heuristics. Persistently and universally identifying a device and user by matching IP addresses, browser versions, time zone, as well as third-party login data, in some cases, personally identifiable information. In terms of tracking, we have a number of solutions at Google, and what we want to focus on today is cross-device tracking. This you can achieve through AdWords or analytics. There are 4 different ways how to measure and achieve this. First, intra-channel. So it means single-page channel, and it can be found within search funnels in AdWords or multi-channel funnels in Google Analytics. Second one is multi-channel. Across paid and non-paid channels can be found within multi-channel funnels in Google Analytics. Third, that we are focusing today, it's cross-device. So across devices, estimated cross-device conversions in AdWords, and user ID in Google Analytics. And fourth, it's online to offline. So online conversions in AdWords and Google Analytics, online to store tracking obviously in Google Analytics. So what is cross-device tracking in a nutshell? In a nutshell, cross-device tracking shows you how mobile assists your overall performance by tracking those conversions that initiate from a mobile click and add on a different device organically. And how does it work? We started by looking at ad click that led to cross-device conversions from users who have previously signed into Google service. Next, we expand the model to show how many cross-device conversions a marketer would report if all their AdWords clicks and conversions came from previously signed-in users. We can do this by customizing our cross-device estimation model based on several factors unique to each marketer in order to optimize the accuracy of the model for each campaign and ad group. Finally, we only surface the reporting if we are 95% confident that it reflects the real cross-device user behavior. For example, an account showing 100 cross-device conversions would need to be 95% confident that the real result is between 90 and 110. So, for the portion of users that are not signed in, our model considers and is customized based on a number of important factors. Country. So, login rates can differ by country. Conversion type. Advertisers use many different conversion types, such as leads, purchases, etc. And performance statistics for each might vary significantly. Date. Rates for previously signed-in clicks and conversions can vary over time based on many different factors, such as whether or not you have a Google login for your site. So we try to constantly update our model. And click and conversion device. Device type may impact both whether a user logs into Google service at click time or at conversion time. The model accounts for these variations. That means we only report cross-device conversions data that we have when we have at least 95% confidence that estimates is within 10% of the actual value. So our cross-device solution observes conversions among previously signed-in users across Google property. While we don't disclose the global total number of signed-in users, here are the sources where the users sign in. So you are all pretty familiar with the YouTube, Gmail, Android, Google Maps, search, browsers, and many more. And over 6 of those were recently announced to have over 1 billion active users. Can you imagine the scale, Harris?
No, I think that's huge.
That's massive. Yeah. So imagine with the diversity of online properties and strong sign-in across all device platforms, operating systems, and browsers, which are the touch points along every step of a customer's path to purchase. And this means that it isn't just one social app that people only access from their phone. But not every single person has signed into a Google product. And soon we'll have cross-device across the entire stack. So search, display, YouTube, platform, and our enterprise solutions, we bring the power of cross-device to every single place an advertiser needs in. So, what is actually our biggest advantage? Number 1, scale. Only 3 to 4 companies in the world have comparable bases of signed-in users across devices. Second, methodology. Everyone estimates on a network, but we are the most transparent and the most consumer privacy focused. Third, breadth. Soon we'll have cross-device across the entire stack, not just one site or app. Harris, now your third.
Thank you, Tina. So as it says here on the slides, I will now be talking about how to implement cross-device conversion tracking and the best practices in doing so. So what you're probably interested about is where can you find the data about cross-device conversions? Well, wonder no longer, because actually you're able to add a column for cross-device conversions into your AdWords interface with just a few clicks. So first of all, what you would have to do is to either select campaigns or ad groups, depending on what level you want to see the cross-device conversions, and then click on the columns button. Once you're here, you will be able to add the additional column called cross-device conversions. Besides just adding the cross-device conversion column, you can also segment that data that you're seeing. This means that you can, of course, segment the data based on the devices. Therefore, adding this segmentation will also allow you to see the amount of cross-device conversions that come from each device, so which are computers, mobile devices, and tablets, of course. Another very important step when adding the cross-device conversions is to actually enable the setting, which will allow you to see cross-device conversions data in your reporting columns. In order to turn this setting on, you would have to click on the Tools tab on top of your AdWords interface. Once you have done this, click on Conversions. And after you're on the conversions page, you can click on Settings, which is located on the left side of the page, as you can see here. This will lead you to a new page on which you're able to turn on the setting for including cross-device conversions data. We can, of course, we can put in cross-device conversions with traditional metrics, so we can mix it up a bit. So what would be even better, once you have all this data, you can actually ask yourself a few questions. So let's say, for example, what percentage increase do you see for cross-device conversions? How much does mobile CPA drop? And let's say, does mobile return on investment improve significantly? So yeah, many users start their research on one device, let's say mobile, and then later converts on another desktop, let's say. In these cases, cross-device conversion tracking will help advertisers track conversions that stem from an advertising click on one device and end with an organic or direct conversion on another device. From Google's perspective, direct traffic is either from typing a URL directly into the browser, or let's say by referral traffic, which is, as you know, other search engines, other ad networks, and so on. So other referral traffic that take a user directly to the advertiser's site. This includes all combinations of mobile, tablet, and desktop. And this even includes cases where a consumer might do research on one computer or browser, such as their, let's say, work computer, and then later make a purchase on a different computer or browser, such as their home computer. It is a last paid click model, which means the device that received the last ad click will be attributed the conversion. And this ensures there are no duplicate conversions reported within AdWords itself. At this point, users will only see the last ad click and conversion associated with that click, and not the multiple touch points between a user and advertiser along the way. So now I'm going to give you a number of best practices to get good cross-device data. Let's see. Okay, there are a number, as I said, there are a number of these best practices. Of course, Google will automatically provide cross-device estimates as often as possible. However, there are steps you can take to increase the coverage of the metric within your account. So number one, the first best practice would be to add the conversion tracking code to all of your sites. This, of course, applies to all of the relevant conversion pages across all devices. So those three devices that we mentioned before, so which are mobile, desktop, and tablet. Second best practice would be to use cross-account conversion tracking. If you have more than one account targeting users in the same market, it is very important to remember that you can also simplify your tag management with Google Tag Manager when you implement this cross-account conversion tracking. Third best practice is to allow AdWords to to actually register all transactions, not just those directly from Google. If you use a container tag, Sometimes it will selectively fire only if you only if the user, that is, came directly from Google. This will eliminate our ability, to provide cross-device reporting. Then we have another best practice, which is to set an appropriate conversion window length. It's usually good to choose a length of at least 30 days to show the longer term value you get from multi-device users. Conversions across devices take longer on average than standard conversions. So this will also help you discover more upper funnel keywords that tend to start as a mobile click and later convert on another device. Then we have the last best practice, which I will state, and this is to add a G+ sign, G+ sign-in to your site to increase the Google sign-in rates on your pages and further improve the accuracy of your results. AdWords cross-device conversion data is available globally for advertisers to measure how mobile marketing impacts conversions. So to get started, just use conversion tracking, and once enough data has been collected, reporting will appear in the estimated total conversions columns to help you measure the moments that matter. Moving on to the next slide. We have another important technological consideration to capture the most possible cross-device conversions, and it has to be with the consistent tagging. Use the same conversion tag for desktop and mobile sites, and implement in-app conversion tracking as well where necessary. If you have a responsive design site, this won't be an issue, but if you're using two different variations of the same site, be sure that you're being consistent with your tagging. Consistent tracking captures cross-device behavior. Your sites and your apps need to have the same understanding of what a conversion is so that we can track that behavior across all of the different devices that a user may be navigating with. Next you have to enable cross-account conversion tracking. Why? Well, cross-account conversions report multi-device users' interactions with you across accounts. Along with longer conversion windows, you also want to capture any behavior with your site, regardless of your account structure. You may have different AdWords accounts for different subsections of your site. Don't let those superficial barriers of account maintenance get in the way for you to understand how users interact with you and your site. Cross-account conversion tracking will report on multi-device user journeys that navigate across different sections of your accounts. It's a pretty straightforward thing to implement and ensures that you can have maximum visibility on cross-device behavior. The final note and technical technical part to keep in mind for cross-device conversions and tags is to avoid firing your tags conditionally. Some advertisers like to deploy conditional firing so that their reporting is clean across channels. However, because cross-device conversions is centered on the interaction across devices, it's best not to use conditional firing. The messiness that can occur across channels and devices is exactly what you're trying to report on. Capture all of those conversions, and the system can track back which users are navigating across devices. To start capturing cross-device conversions by capturing as many conversions as you can. The more conversions that you have, the more cross-device behavior you can observe. A simple first step here is to think about using longer conversion windows. Pardon me, I skipped a slide by accident. I'll go back. A simple step, yeah, as I said, is to use longer conversion windows. Users who research across multiple devices generally take longer to convert. So a longer conversion window will capture more of those conversions. Let's say if you're at 30 days, maybe consider increasing out to 45, let's say. Think about what you're using currently and what type of insights could be gained by extending that period. So we are moving on to, yeah, so it's very important to move beyond your conversions tags. When you're thinking about your site, think about what cross-device actions you can facilitate. If a user can't convert on her current device, make it easy to save and convert later. For example, in this instance, you can email or socially share an item so that you'll be able to act on it later once the timing and the execution is right from your parts. Of course, in the end, you want to do more than count all of your conversions. You want to get more of those conversions. You have to make it easier on yourselves. And the final piece of the puzzle for optimizing to cross-device conversions is to align your ads with what someone can realistically do on their current device. In this example here, someone making a big purchase like a couch may want to do more research later on. So the mobile ad can start the process by getting someone to download your spring catalog. Users will be more likely to complete a task if they know that task will be achievable in their current situation. Someone will be fine to flip through a catalog while they're at lunch, let's say. They might not be ready to make a full purchase at that moment, but that time could come in a week or so when they're at their desktop after completing all of their research and after getting all the information that they need on that specific couch. There are all sorts of examples of this behavior, but one I'd like to call out specifically is calls. Calls are the preferred method of interacting with businesses for many mobile users. It's easy for mobile users to pick up their phone and call, and that interaction can be the first step towards a successful cross-device conversion. Okay, so having ended the implementation and best practices, our last piece, as Tina said, is on today's agenda. Is mobile bidding. So you probably might have noticed this slide a few minutes ago, but it is very important for me to stress it out again. It is very important to make every conversion count. As said before, since Q4 of 2015, cross-device data can be included in the conversions column and integrated with automated bidding. In order to activate cross-device conversions in automated bidding, it is very important to repeat the 2 easy steps in your AdWords account, which I mentioned earlier. So you have to go to Tools and then Conversions. Once you reach Conversions, under the Settings tab, make sure the conversion bid metric is set to conversions instead of converted clicks. As a reminder, cross-device conversions and other controls are not offered for converted clicks. So that's why it's really important to switch it onto conversions. And the second easy step, just click Include Advanced Conversions, and then tick the box or check the box to include cross-device and other advanced conversions in your conversions reporting column and automated bidding. So we have 2 major benefits of automated bidding to cross-device conversions. The first one is that the Google's bidding algorithm automatically maximizes your conversions across devices. No need to manually set a mobile bid modifier. And the second one is that the bidding algorithm learns which factors drive cross-device conversions and bids more accurately, particularly on mobile, resulting in faster results and higher total conversions across your accounts. And another key insight that you should strive to uncover in your data is the relative uplift across mobile, tablets, and desktops. Cross-device lifts probably won't be the same across all three device types. So you have to know what those differences in performance are. In this example here that you can see, at the top level, there's a 14.4% increase in cross-device conversions. When you unpack those numbers a bit, subtle differences might emerge. Desktops uplift is 14.4%, mobiles is 16.6%, and tablets is 18.5%. As you get bigger differences on bigger slices of data, you'll be able to use this cross-device knowledge to your benefit. Once you know what's happening, you can always act on it. So yeah, this would be the end of our first session. Thank you for attention. Tina?
So yeah, thank you guys, everybody who did tune in today. We're also inviting you, as said at the beginning, to join us on our second session on Friday, 3rd of June at 4 p.m. your local time. We are moving forward with a mobile masterclass volume 2. And you're all very welcome to drop us a question if something was unclear today, possibly.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
We're kind of running out the time, but if any live questions emerge now, we'll be more than happy to answer.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And we expect you on Friday as well.
right?
Yes.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.